Controlled by Gray. Darius Gray goes up strong.
Roberts going deep on the first play. Has Sherrod Johnson.
Finds Cosby in the corner. His three-pointer. It's good.
In the quadruple coverage, Jaden Brown came down with that football.
In the corner, Burnett, three-pointer. Bang!
Burnett, his three is good.
Brown gets a screen from Gregory. Gets in the lane. Blocked by Gray.
No, please no. Please no.
Hello and welcome to this varsity soccer matchup. The St. Christopher Saints taking on the Collegiate Cougars. A beautiful night here at City Stadium. This should be a great matchup. Saints #1 in the state. Top 30 nationally among private schools. Collegiate #3 in the state.
Yeah, it should be a great game here today. I mean, the Saints already faced off against the Cougars at home earlier this season in a thriller. They won 2-1, so the goal for the Saints is going to be to have a repeat performance and hopefully knock their name a little further up on the national rankings list.
Yeah, that earlier matchup, like you said, 2-1. The Saints went into halftime in a 1-0 deficit, and 2 goals by the Saints' leading goal scorer, Lucas Gordonier, got them to win. Lucas with 17 goals this season, and they are in the 18th game, so he is scoring 1 apiece. And here comes the teams out to take the pitch.
Yeah, Gordonier, 2 hat tricks on the season. He already has 14 assists as well on the season, so he's easily the Saints' top scorer. And the Saints are really going to lean on him as well as their defense to pull off another win against the Cougars. Colin Weiss runs on field, top and goal. It's been an interesting season between Connor Welch and Colin Weiss. We've kind of seen both of them playing goals depending on the game, depending on what the score is. So it's definitely going to be interesting seeing who gets the most time in goal today.
Yeah, I think most games, if it's real tight, they keep Colin Weiss out there, but Connor Welch has also seen some meaningful playing time. So we'll see how that goes tonight as the teams prepare to kick it off here at City Stadium. We've got a wonderful view here from the press box balcony. And Collegiate will have the ball to start.
Yeah, Jake Malveaux is going to be the one to start the Cougars off with the ball today.
Yep, and both teams with a decent student section here as Collegiate already starting some chants.
Yeah, it might be a bit premature for that one, but I love the energy.
So Collegiate just trying to get some pressure on the Saints early on, and that was a dangerous kick in front of the goal. Luckily, the Saints handled it, as here is Kehoe taking a couple dribbles, loses the ball, and Colin Weiss just going to boot that one upfield. Smart move with Jake Malveaux, putting some pressure on him.
Yeah, Gordonier putting some pressure on the Cougars just like they did.
And I believe that was Cole Butler. Yeah, it was Cole Butler taking that one. And, Olsen tried to get a through ball to Gordonier, who is dangerous on those, but unfortunately just a couple of Cougars in the area to stop anything from developing out of that one.
Yeah, definitely a fast start from the Cougars here. You could tell that they're trying to get some goals in earlier, just like they did in the last time they played the Saints. But, the Saints' defense has been stellar all year. So,
and
offsides.
Yeah, and I was wondering why the Cougars weren't running back to get something going on defense. Looks like they had an offsides trap that they knew was going to work out there as the pass from Stalker.
You could definitely tell that offsides was kind of close. But, the refs definitely have a better view than I do up here.
Butler passing it. And Johnson out on that right wing, barely in bounds there. As Johnson still has it, dribbling. Johnson takes a tumble, and the Saints crowd is not happy about that one.
Yeah, from my angle, it looked like it was a little shoulder to the back, but it definitely was still a play on the ball, so the refs might have been right about that one. it just might be a little aggressive. It might be a little aggressive to start in this game. You don't want to see any fights or any bad contact.
Speaking of aggressive, the Cougars are certainly playing with that kind of style here early in this game. And Stalker catches up to that one. It's deflected, and a Cougar goes down, but no whistles blown. And a nice move by there. We'll keep it. A nice move by Bierland, sorry. We'll keep that in bounds. A dangerous pass will luckily work out for the Saints.
Butler with a steal.
And Butler tries to get through defender, can't quite do it, and I believe that's out. That will be out on Collegiate, throw-in from Overstreet. And Olison with a beautiful pass. Can the Saints capitalize? They are deep into Cougar territory. And the pass into the box, and it's just a little bit too far for Lucas Gordonier.
That was an amazing pass. It was a good read on the offense. I mean, Gordonier was right there. You could tell he had a little hesitation. He didn't know exactly how fast that ball was going. So, I mean, it was really a hard ball to get to, but, I mean, pretty heartbreaking to see a shot at a possible goal so early in the game not come to fruition.
But you love to see the Saints get those opportunities early on, because if you can stay with that and keep getting those opportunities, I mean, the Saints have so many threats to score the goal. It's not just Gordonier. You've seen lots of goals from, Kehoe, Cole Butler. There's just so many guys out there that will eventually capitalize on those opportunities if they can still get them. And Collegiate has a nice opportunity here. The Saints defense rushing to get back, and a slip up.
And Broughton as well. He just stopped the breakaway play there. He also has 4 goals on the season, and as a defensive player to have 4 goals on the season, that's extremely impressive.
And down the wing, the pass in is a little too far, and it is taken in by Collegiate goalkeeper Ryland Music. And Nasir pass in, it is off the foot of Broughton, who deflected it, and here's Overstreet. Overstreet is great at one-on-one possession, just keeping it. And the pass is almost a little too slow, but luckily Colin Weiss reacts quick.
That was a very intelligent move by Colin Weiss to get that ball right out of there, prevent any scoring opportunities for the Cougars.
As Olison, the pass to Johnson, gets it to Bierland. Dribbling downfield, tries to get the through ball, and another one that's just a little too far for Lucas Gordonier, but I like the idea.
You could definitely tell the Saints are trying to feed their top scorer in today's game. I mean, he's got a powerful leg, so that's definitely a guy you want to see get the ball when he's close to the goal.
And that one, just going to let that one roll out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in.
Number 16, Rhodes.
Rhodes was going to take it. He's going to let his teammate take that one.
Yeah,
Brotherton.
Rhodes is also a captain on this team. So, I mean, you should look to him to be leading this Cougars offense tonight.
Yep, and the Saints playing pretty conservative, very far into their side of the field, as Collegiate put some pressure on him but couldn't make anything of it. As here is Overstreet out on that left wing. The pass to Kehoe. And some quick passes from the Saints. Broughton has it now. Pass upfield, looking for Overstreet. Can Overstreet get there? And an offsides penalty.
I mean, he was waiting on that ball for as long as he could before he touched it. I mean, it's really hard to leave a ball like that sitting there, but you have to wait for the other team to get right in front of you so you can touch it.
And Collegiate's crowd getting rowdy. You can't do that chance, which is, I have to say, I've watched a lot of Saints soccer games. I've never heard a "you can't do that" chant for a soccer game.
And the Saints respond with a loud "we can't hear you" chant.
And that goalie kick is a powerful one off the head of Broughton, using his height there. And finally the ball comes down onto the ground. And a missed header from both players there ends up in Collegiate's hands, and Olsen takes it away, and he tries to get it past to his teammate, but it's taken away, and the through ball off the head of Broughton.
Saints providing some stadium pulse here for the Cougars offense. Love to see it.
Absolutely, and it's taken away.
Yeah, Cole Butler, midfielder. I mean, he's been absolutely stellar with stealing those balls away from any team he comes across this year.
And that pass is going to be booted out of bounds by the Cougars. And yeah, Cole Butler, it's his first year at the team, been playing club soccer through the other 3 years of high school, and unfortunately cannot get in the Saints team, but he has been making an impact this year, especially, like you said, stealing away balls, getting possession.
I mean, again, I'm absolutely thrilled that this guy's on our team this year, because he's already in his one season with the Saints made an insane impact on the program.
So Overstreet will be taking a throw-in. I thought if I'm not sure who it was for Collegiate, but somebody slide tackled out of bounds. I thought that would have been out on the Saints if he hadn't done that.
Yeah, it definitely would have been out on the Saints. It was number 4 for Collegiate.
I think he was just trying to stop Overstreet from doing anything too dangerous.
I mean, yeah, he is a dangerous guy once he gets that ball.
Yep,
so
here he is with a throw-in, finding Bierlin. Back to Overstreet and back to Bierlin. Makes some soft passes downfield as the Cougars defense just swallowing it up, and Brotherton intercepts that, and the pass just a little too far as Colin Weiss just puts it out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Cougars. And Brotherton looks like he will take it pretty far into the Saints territory. And the throw-in gets it off to his closest teammate and just puts that one out of bounds. I think he's trying to get a long shot and just too far to the right. So Weiss will have a goalie kick. And a short one over to Broughton. They like to do that. Over to Stalker. Pressure on him by Campbell.
they definitely lean on Broughton a lot.
As that one taken away, I believe it is Stalker dribbling through a couple of guys, but
Olsen uses his body and takes that one right back.
yeah, 3 Cougars right on top of it, but Olsen just powers through. Unfortunately, can't quite retain possession, but they can take it back as the ball, can he catch up? It's Kehoe. He cannot quite get there, but the Saints will have a throw-in.
That's a good position on the field to have a throw-in. This could start, hopefully, a great offensive drive for the Saints.
Yeah, so we are just past 10 minutes into this game as Overstreet going to take a throw-in just in front of the box in terms of length of the field, and that kick gonna put it right back with the Cougars, but Cole Butler thinks otherwise, and he still has it through a defender. Can he keep it here? He can off the deflection, and he makes a pass about to the middle of the field to Stalker, who shakes a defender. A nice move by Carson Stalker. Tries to get the pass to Gordon Neer, and it's intercepted. And here's an opportunity that was squandered by Broughton.
I like that word, big word, squandered.
And that one looks like it'll be out on Collegiate. And another kick for Colin Weiss for the Saints. And this looks like it'll be a pretty entertaining soccer match. Both teams playing fast and hard here at City Stadium.
I mean, yeah, this Saints defense is absolutely dialed tonight. They've shut down almost every scoring opportunity so far. And the Saints are looking for a penalty there as Chase Bierling gets pushed on a jump.
Yeah, and dribbling back and making a pass to his goalie is Campbell. Back to Music. And Carruthers rushed in to try and put some pressure on him. doesn't quite work out as Nasir has it midfield, keeps it, dribbling through defenders, and the Saints defense catches up with him, but he gets a pass off to his teammate, and a header stops that pass, but the Collegiate retains possession.
And Overstreet's putting some pressure on that.
Just a little too far to Nasir.
Oh,
Nasir's
Nasir
down.
is down on the field. He gets back up. He's limping a little bit. Oh, now he's back.
And the cross is put out by Johnson in a slide tackle. An absolute man's play. I believe that was Cole Butler. And Johnson has it again. A nice showing by the Saints defense.
And Weiss absolutely punched that one out of the goal.
And that one booted upfield as Carithers fighting for it. Can't quite get it. And a great pass there. It was up to number 16, and he gets through a defender, and he has an open shot, and that is deflected. And another shot is deflected.
Saints defense is absolutely dialed tonight on stopping this Cougars offense.
And Colin Weiss takes it in another great shooting. I thought Nooner probably had an open shot there, but he elected for a pass.
I mean, it was hard because he couldn't tell if Broughton was going to bite down on the play as well, because Overstreet blocked his right side. So it was a difficult decision on the field. But I mean, the Saints defense absolutely shut that down.
That is a dangerous play. And he's out of the box, and it's a goal for Collegiate. They get on the board first in this 13th minute as Colin Weiss came out of the box and couldn't quite haul it in, and the Saints fall into a 1-0 deficit.
I mean, we've seen this happen before. Saints fell down 1-0 last game, or last time we played the Cougars, and we came back 1-2-0. So I'm not going to count any team out of this game just yet.
For sure.
Obviously, that was a great offensive drive from the Cougars, but should be a good rest of the game.
And for a while there, the Cougars just dominated possession and kept just booting it back up as it looks like Gordonier just taking a long, low pass there. And the Saints now going to try and respond as here's Music punting it upfield, and he's got Nooner who cannot quite keep it with him. And Bjorlin pass to Butler. Butler trips up, and another through ball is deflected and taken in. Colin Weiss comes up big, stopping that shot.
I mean,
the Saints avoid a 2-0 deficit.
That was definitely a kind of a makeup for the last one. Insane save by Weiss.
Yep, and the through ball, can Olsen catch up to it?
That's Carithers.
Carithers can catch up to it. He has it deep. He's driving into the box, shoved down.
And the Cougars are just throwing shoulders today. I mean, these refs kind of got to bite down and check them up on this.
Yeah, I thought that was a penalty. They don't call it.
That's the second time I've seen the Cougars throw some shoulders. First one to RJ earlier in the game, and now Carithers. I mean, this team's better clean it up. This is a little bit of dirty playing.
Yeah, I thought I would have called a penalty there. I thought he, like you said, lowered his shoulder and just shoved him out. And that was in the box. It would have been a free kick, but the Saints do not get a favorable call there. And it will instead be a goalie kick for Music. And it is short of midfield. And a whistle is blown. And that kick up into the box. RJ boxing his man out, and it'll be a corner kick for the Cougars.
Cougars definitely putting a lot of pressure on this Saints defense today. Hearing a little bit of stadium pulse from the student section here.
Love to see it.
Love the energy. Absolutely love to hear it.
The corner kick is low, and a nice header keeps that one out. Up to Gordon Neer, who was playing very far up, who can't quite keep it. And that is off on Gordonier. And the Saints defense putting massive pressure and using his speed is Chase Bierlin. And that pass by Overstreet is deflected, and Neuter makes him miss. Has a couple of defenders in front of him, makes a pass, and Nasir, the deflection, Colin Weiss.
And RJ Johnson absolutely clears that ball. Colin Weiss, despite having one missed save today, is on an absolute heater.
That was an impressive save. That's probably the best save I've seen all season by Colin Weiss, but it's not over yet for the Saints.
I mean, you've seen Rhodes Noor being an absolute threat on the right side of this Collegiate offense, and the Saints really got to focus on stopping him because he's created some scoring opportunities for Collegiate so far today.
And a beautiful pass to Gordonier does not quite work out for the Saints as he couldn't quite retain possession on that side of the field. And slide tackle there, deflection, keeps it.
Additionally, Carson Stalker is having a great game.
And Kehoe with some moves. Kehoe with the pass to Groom. And now the Saints over to RJ. Pass in off the head. And that one's skied. I'm not sure you got a piece on that last. And Olsen's shot is deflected. Would have had to thread the needle there. Butler catches up to it.
Butler showing some fast feet out there, absolutely cutting up.
Yeah, and he is looking for a pass. Doesn't have much as defenders swallowing him. And again, I thought he was pushed down, but the refs disagree.
The refs are missing some blatant penalties today.
Yeah, I thought that one and the one against Carruthers should have absolutely been called, but they get him for neither.
And Rickards is coming in the game for Bierlin.
So Jack Rickards.
And the audacity of the Collegiate crowd for saying we can't hear you after a blatant penalty.
Absolute audacity. As here's Groom dribbling. Johnson catches up to it. Can he keep it in bounds? He can. And it stays with the Saints. I believe that's Olsen with it. And the pass back to Broughton. And again, another turnover there, but it is out on the Cougars. And the Saints have to really start dominating possession here to get back in the game. As Overstreet, taking a pass up, is looking for Kehoe. Two defenders there, and it is put out of bounds by number 10 for the Cougars, Taylor Jenkins, the defender. As Overstreet will have a throw-in.
I believe we saw a similar game to this earlier this season where it was just a very aggressive game on both teams. Both teams are pressing up a lot, and I'm seeing kind of a repeat.
And can Kehoe make something of this? And he is. It is deflected, and it will be a Saints corner kick. No, it won't. It won't be a corner kick. They're going to say it was out on Kehoe. I disagree there.
Yeah.
I know I don't have the angle the ref does, but I think that's. I thought for sure that was a Saints corner kick.
This wouldn't be the first time I disagreed with the refs today.
No. As booted upfield, short of midfield. As Olsen over to Groom. Groom dribbling on the right wing. Groom through a couple of defenders. He cannot quite hold on to it though.
And Rickards is sticking with him.
As Johnson has it. And he loses it. And the through ball. And coming up big is number 4, Evan Broughton.
Yeah, I mean, you could see absolutely stretched out to get that ball just out of there, and that was a beautiful stop.
And they're going to say that's out of bounds, and it will be Cougars ball. So the Saints defense going to have to play another good series here. And Johnson is just right on that and forces the Cougars to recuperate a little bit. And the cross in, the header, and it is taken in. Colin Weiss, who has been clutch today for the Saints.
I mean, it's something about this field just makes Saints goalies elite. We saw it last year with Ben Smith, and we're seeing it again today with Colin Weiss.
As his kick is taken in by Collegiate, and can Collegiate get something going here? We'd certainly hope not. That pass looks like it's a little too far. Kept in bounds, though, and Colin Weiss again taking it in. As here is Olsen over to Kehoe. Kehoe makes a man miss. Can he keep it? He can, through a defender. Kehoe tripped up a little bit, but it's the Saints managed to keep it. As here's Olsen over to Overstreet. Not a lot of room for either player, and that one put out of bounds by the Cougars.
You could tell Overstreet saw Gordonier running through, and that was the intended target of his ball. But, I mean, you've seen this Cougars defense has just been absolutely swarming the Saints offense tonight.
Yeah, this is a great showing from the Cougars defense as Overstreet into Bjurlin, dribbling around, not a lot of room. And he has to pass it back. Here's Broughton. Not a lot of guys back for the Saints. Over to Stalker. Stalker puts some moves on. Stalker passes it up. I think he might have been looking for Gordon Neer, but just did not quite have the placement there.
I mean, you could tell this Collegiate team is kind of preying on the offsides penalty tonight by waiting right next to these Saints players so that it's hard for them to get these good through balls from some of the defensive players and midfielders.
Yep, and taken away upfield for Johnson. No, it is Groom. And I'm not sure exactly who that's off of. They're going to say it was off of the Saints. It'll be a Collegiate throw-in. But the Saints keeping the pressure up. So has a lot of guys on Collegiate side of the field. And Broughton has it midfield. Nice pass over to Overstreet. And can he get the ball to Olsen? He can. And Olsen goes down and still no whistle. Thought there was some contact there, but it is the Saints throw-in.
It was a play on the ball, but it looked like after the ball was hit out of bounds. I mean, he just finished through his ankle, and you can't do that.
And a nice job of keeping that in bounds by Collegiate. As Campbell passes it in, taken away. Kehoe over to Bjurlin. Bjurlin makes the pass to Rickards. Rickards with a chip shot pass to Groom, and they are called offsides.
I don't know what I was watching, but I'm pretty sure that was a clean pass.
So Jenkins has it for the kick. Gordon Neer playing high up. Most others are back, and it is a good kick off the head of Broughton. And the pass taken in by deflected by Overstreet, as the pass couldn't quite get possession on it. And the through ball looking for Groom, but a defender gets there first and he clears it out. It'll be a Saints throw-in.
About 25 minutes into this game. It's about roughly 20 minutes left in this half.
So Johnson keeps that in bounds for the Saints. Through a couple defenders. Johnson, can he get something happening here? It is put out of bounds. Johnson goes down, and I think it's out of bounds on Collegiate.
Yeah, it's going to be a Saints corner kick, but again, it looked like there was a little bit of contact there that went uncalled by the refs.
And Overstreet will take it. He likes taking those on that right side. And here's an opportunity for the Saints.
Yeah, Overstreet's got a stellar left foot, and Coach Wood knows that. That's why he takes all those corner kicks over there.
Stalker, the only one back for midfield, as in and couldn't quite put in the goal. It is up and over to the right. And the Cougars avoid a Saints goal there.
It's going to be another corner kick by Overstreet for the Saints.
So the corner kick up, and the header is in. The Saints even it up here at City Stadium.
Evan Broughton with a header goal to tie up the game.
Evan Broughton, the defender, puts it in the 27th minute, and the Saints tie it up 1-1.
That's Evan's 5th goal on the season, and you could see another perfect example of the connection Overstreet and Broughton have. They've been playing soccer together since they were kids, and their senior year of high school, they're still scoring goals together.
Yup, and the Saints thrive on those corner kicks, as you saw there. Got a second one out of it and then put that one in goal. And the Saints crowd getting loud here as the kick is deep into Saints territory, as the Cougars are going to try and put pressure on the Saints offense. Cleared out there. And Kisner takes a tumble, and Collegiate rushing to get a chance on offense. Broughton interrupts it. The defender / goal scorer, as Olsen with a nice pass. And Bjurlin gets through a couple defenders. The through ball to Kisner. Back to Bjurlin. Tripped up a little bit. A tumble there. And they call that one on the Saints.
And I don't know how the refs are calling that one, but are missing out every one of these calls. I mean, something's got to be checked out for this game, because that's just not acceptable if you're a ref.
Saints crowd chanting weight room as the kick. He's been putting these pretty deep so far in this game, and this is no exception, as I believe Olsen got his head on that one, and that'll be out of bounds on Collegiate. So I thought that might have been on the Saints, but they're going to say it's on Collegiate for that one. It'll be Overstreet to throw it in for the Saints. He's got Olsen right there open, and he makes a tough pass, and Braun can't quite hold on to it. Kisner putting some pressure on him, though. Cannot quite keep it, and a nice job to put that one in bounds, but the Saints keep it. Kisner trying to get a pass off, gets one to Overstreet, and unfortunately the Saints turn it over there, but Olsen regains possession. Olsen with a chip pass, could not quite connect with anybody, as here's Rickards, puts the ball across the field to find Stalker. Going through a couple of guys, and his pass just way too far.
And Wishnet comes hurtling in, chasing after that ball.
So a little under 15 minutes left to play in the first half, as we are tied here 1-1 at City Stadium. And Collegiate, nice shot there. And out of bounds, Overstreet puts it. I thought Overstreet put it out. They're going to say it was out on the Cougars.
That was an amazing front tackle from Overstreet, absolutely just cutting that ball off and hitting that one out.
And that one, the pass for Overstreet is too far to the right of him. And it'll be a Cougars throw-in taken by Brotherton. And just a little too far. But Neuner catches up to it. And Broughton with a nice deflection there. Slips a little bit. And cleared upfield. A high punt with some hang time to let the Saints recover a little bit. And both teams playing real physical. Players on each side taking some tumbles here. And there again, just a pile of people. I couldn't quite see who was there, but the Saints come out with their Gordon Neer trying to catch up.
Yeah, the Saints with a counterattack attempt there.
And they're going to keep with the pressure as Olesen can't quite stop that one. And Rickards puts it up in the air, gets his head on it. And nice job by Colin Weiss to take that one in. And he rolls it to Broughton. Of the field. RJ. Nice header there. Bjorlin has it. Bjorlin tries to get the through ball to Gordon Neer. He can't quite connect. Just a little too far. But I like the idea. As now at about midfield. And the Saints, nice effort there.
Yeah, Olsen uses his body to block out the Collegiate defender. Spin move from Bjorlin.
And Bjorlin trying to get through some defenders on the dribble. He gets into Gordon Neer. And Gordon Neer has his shot deflected.
Gordon Neer, the Saints' best scorer, misses a clutch moment.
That was a dangerous situation, and you hate that it didn't work out.
I mean, but can we give some props to Bjorlin there?
Absolutely.
Absolutely amazing series from Bjorlin. Made multiple defenders miss. Some of the best handles I've seen all season.
Yeah, and I'm certainly not holding that one against Lucas Gordon Neer.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine that the Saints would be in the position they're in without him. So, you know, you hate to see that kind of thing not work out, but he is integral to this team. And if he gets more opportunities like that, he's going to put one in the back of the net. As the Saints making some substitutions, in comes Groom, Butler, and Kehoe. Subbing out Olsen, Kisner, and Johnson. As Broughton has it. Dribbling a little bit, makes a pass, a hard pass to Overstreet, and he gets it through to Kehoe. Kehoe cannot quite keep it as the Saints putting pressure on the Cougars' defense.
Hopefully that missed goal from Gordon Neer is going to give him a little fire for the rest of the game. Hopefully it's going to ignite his hat-trick flame and get his third of the season.
Yeah, Gordon Neer is a fierce competitor, so I doubt he's
backing
down over it. As high up in the air, the Saints coming to put some pressure is Olsen. As he keeps it in bounds, puts some moves on him, cannot quite get past a defender who is just a wall out there.
And Overstreet with the cutoff line to get that ball out.
And, oh, he can't quite keep it in bounds there.
And the refs called a little bit late, but yeah, I think it did go out just a little bit.
So the throw-in will be taken by Brotherton, who puts into a little bit of traffic with Overstreet right behind his intended target. And here comes the Cougars offense. And Colin Weiss on the ground for that one.
He absolutely wheels that in. God, he's just had an amazing game so far today.
And he will punt it to about midfield off the head of the Cougars. As Rickards gets that one to Groom. And
that's Wishnack with the ball.
So Colin Wishnack flew in to get that one. Couldn't quite catch the number. Thank you, Sutton. And Rickards tries to get the through ball. Can Groom make something happen here? He's out on that right wing, trying to get through a defender. He gets himself a little bit of space. And the goal! The Saints put number 2 on the board to take the lead.
That's Chase Bjorlin striking back after his earlier series that ended without a goal. That was an absolute bullet into the back of the net.
And Chase Bjorlin takes the lead for the Saints here at City Stadium in the 36th minute. Less than 10 left to go in the first half.
Yeah.
A beautiful shot by the junior.
Chase Bjorlin is absolutely raw. I can't wait to watch him on some of these streams next season.
Absolutely. As for the third time today, Collegiate will take an opening kick. And the Saints just never seem to be out of a game. They go with their usual strategy, just going to try and put pressure deep in the Saints side of the field and keeping it in bounds.
Yeah, Overstreet shows Rhodes what it means to be in that weight room with Coach Keith.
Yeah, he has these boys in shape as Broughton takes the pass. And Butler, not a lot of room for him. He makes a safe pass, and that pass by Stalker just too far to RJ Johnson's left side, and it will be a throw-in for the Cougars. And the Saints running back to get on defense here. And the moves, some impressive footwork, finally gets by him. And it's up in the air. And Colin Weiss, who has been phenomenal today, takes that one in a very, I've held my breath when that one went in the air.
Yeah, that was a crazy jump ball, but the kid's got glue on his hands. What can I say?
Yeah, and if he hadn't taken that win, that would have almost surely been a goal. So an absolutely clutch jump ball there. But the Cougars offense has some second breath here, but the cross in just too high, and it is out of bounds. It'll be a Saints throw-in taken by RJ Johnson.
Yeah, and RJ absolutely marked that defender and slowed him down, just making sure
so
he couldn't get to the ball.
Everybody past midfield for the Cougars. The cross in is out of bounds. And Colin Weiss knew that one was going out, just told his teammates not to touch it. Smart move, and I like the leadership by the junior goalkeeper.
One thing I love in these games is how fired up this Saints student section gets. You could tell they absolutely love every one of these players.
Yeah, and especially for soccer. For football, even at these away games, you'll get a good crowd. But soccer, they're playing on some Tuesdays. They don't always get the best crowd. And to be honest, soccer just isn't the most popular sport here in America. But with these big games, especially at City Stadium under the lights, they always get a good student crowd going.
Yeah, and this game has just been absolutely electric on both sides of the ball. Collegiate's been putting some great pressure on the Saints, and obviously the Saints have been having some absolute breathtaking plays.
As off the head, Gordon Neer gets a header on it, was looking to find, I think, Butler. Butler tries to keep after it, and that one is put out of bounds by Music, as it'll be a Saints throw-in. I believe Kehoe is taking this one. Overstreet will take it.
Just about 5 minutes left on the clock for the Saints. Scoreboard's messed up a little bit, but it should be right around 5 minutes.
Yeah, I believe so. As I thought, looked like Gordon Neer might have had an opportunity, but with the ball in the air, it was certainly a difficult one.
I think it was just a little bit wide
Yeah.
for him to get his foot on it for a good direction.
Yeah, so he got it over a couple defenders, just not quite where it needed to be to create a goal. But like you said, the scoreboard a little messed up, but should be about 4 minutes to play, as they've managed to keep it away from Gordon Neer, which is definitely what they want to do. And a Cougar takes a tumble on that play, but Butler just couldn't quite keep it. But they're going to give the Cougars a free kick past midfield. I don't know if I saw enough to justify that call.
From my angle, it looked like Olsen's block was all ball. But
players trip on the turf or grass. They're not playing on turf, but players trip on the grass all the time. I don't know.
You've heard my thoughts on the calls today, so I don't think I need to say anything else.
Yeah. So the Cougars managed to keep it with them on offense. The Saints have everybody back on defense, and off the head, I
Stalker.
Yep, Stalker right there. And the Saints defense looks solid, as getting up in the air for that one, that could have been dangerous, but luckily the Saints get up, have the jumps, I believe the hops, as Mr. Bader might call them. As up, tried to get a long through ball to Gordonier, couldn't quite hit him.
Another thing Mr. Bader might say is that this collegiate team's getting a little handsy with the Saints offense today.
Yeah, I can see him saying that, as that one, I believe that's Butler keeping it with the Saints. And Overstreet gets through a couple defenders, but Keogh just not quite ready for that pass. But it is put out of bounds by Jenkins, and it will be a Saints throw-in for Overstreet. He's got Keogh deep downfield, but a couple defenders in the way. He makes a short pass to Olsen. Olsen can't quite keep it. Here's Braun with a nice header to get it to Stalker. And booted downfield by the Cougars, as it stays in the air. The Cougars keep possession, cross it to Nasir, and the Saints booted out by Braun, who has been doing it all today. An incredibly important piece for the Saints.
Yeah, Broughton and Stalker have just been an absolute anchor for the Saints defense today.
And they barely managed to keep it away from Gordonier there.
I mean, yeah, he carries a scary presence on the field. You really don't want to let that ball get near him.
Yeah. So Johnson lets that one roll out. He's going to take a throw in. He's got Bierlin right next to him. Takes a long one, though, to Butler, who keeps it in bounds. A chip pass. Can Butler catch up to it? The slide tackle, he can't quite keep it. Johnson boots it up to Olsen.
Gordonier gets it.
This Cougars defense airtight here on this series. As up the field, a through ball. The Saints, Overstreet rushing back. Can't quite get the shot attempt off, and the pass into the box is not where it needed to be with the defender there. Johnson keeps it in the air.
And Nasir Diggs takes a flop.
And no call from the ref.
He's just trying to milk some penalties.
I think he's fine. Yeah, he's up. He's fine.
Second time he's done this today.
And the refs knew he was fine. He's not walking with a limp or anything. I think he can get up and play.
I mean, there should be under a minute left in this game.
And that one, they're going to say there's too much contact on Olsen, and I'd agree, as it will stay with the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I hate about watching soccer is watching flops.
Never like them.
Just milking penalties is stupid.
As Johnson dribbling up midfield. Johnson crosses it in. Johnson cannot quite get there before Music can. Booted up. About midfield. Looks like Overstreet there. Overstreet can't quite hold on to it, though. Hooks it out to a Collegiate player as a through ball, trying to get it up, and he's got a little bit of space, but he trips up on it.
Broughton takes advantage.
But he takes a tumble.
Clear push.
No, man, I think they agree. And that was just a rough series. It was Neuener who got he had it. He slipped up with it a little bit. I thought he had an opportunity for a shot, even if it was a bit of a tough angle. But he just slipped up and then just shoved Olsen over. I believe it was Olsen.
Broughton.
So that would do it for the first half. Physical, fast play. And the Saints are up 2-1 thanks to goals. I believe it was Bierlin and Broughton. Broughton on the corner kick assisted by Overstreet. And another player I'd like to mention, Colin Weiss, who has stopped some goals today. What would we do without Colin Weiss? He has been great.
Yeah, all I know is we'd be losing right now without him. So
yeah, so We will be back after halftime as the Saints lead 2-1 against their rival Collegiate at City Stadium.
Retake one of these. Henri.
Alex Ferguson,
Messi?
coach. Alex Ferguson. Alex
Where is he?
Ferguson,
Right
coach.
here? Okay. Rubinho, Torres. Let's take Torres.
I say Scholes.
No, let's take Torres.
Okay, sure, that's fine.
Um,
Tony Cruz. Wait.
Tony Cruz. Yeah.
Or Luis Figo. Either way.
No, Tony Cruz.
Okay.
Ronaldo probably, or Zidane.
Gotta be Ronaldo.
Okay. Gotta be. Xavi. Tony Cruz, or we already have him. Di Maria, Cannavaro. We need some defenders. Let's take Cannavaro.
All right, that works.
Okay.
Cafu. Easy. Beckenbauer. Or Carlos.
Oh, bro. Busquets.
Yeah, gotta be.
Ballon d'Or, yeah.
Who's goalkeeper? Casillas. Igor Casillas.
Yeah.
Carlos. Roberto Carlos.
Oh, yeah.
Got him
That's
anyway.
left back. Wait, we need a
Iron
right wing.
Robin?
Robin.
Iron Robin.
I'm Hill Baller. I'm here with MJ Crocker, linebacker for the varsity football team. Got a all-time lineup draft. You know a lot of players, MJ. I bet you do.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's go.
All right, first pick. Best not to overthink it. I'm gonna go Tom Brady.
Yeah. I'm going to go back-to-back receivers here. I'm going to go Jerry Rice and Randy Moss.
It's dominant. Hard to stop this too. Yeah, I'm gonna go for my receiver. I'm gonna go Terrell Owens.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Sheriff and Peyton Manning. And then I'll also take my running back in LaDainian Tomlinson.
My running back, I'm going Barry Sanders. You know, just too elusive, hard to stop him. And next pick, I'm going to receiver. Give me Larry Fitzgerald.
That's a good pick right there. All right, so we got one tight end and then a receiver.
One tight end, one more receiver each, and then defense.
I'll take Rob Gronkowski, and then I'll take Michael Irvin.
Yeah, last wide receiver. I'm gonna go Megatron. Lions legend right there. They don't have a lot of them, so.
Missed on him.
Yeah.
All right, so now
I got
all-time defense. Who you thinking?
My defense, I'm gonna go with the 1985 Chicago Bears. Just dominant. That playoff run, man, was incredible.
I think I'm going to go with the Legion of Boom 2013 Seahawks.
Yeah, certainly the best in recent memory.
Yeah.
Tight end.
Solid teams.
Got one tight end. You know, he's not the most popular player, but prime Travis Kelce,
That's
man.
good.
He was a problem.
Yeah. I like that, Hill. I like
Yeah.
that. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for coming out, MJ.
Yes, sir, Hill.
Good to do it.
Question board. EB.
Elijah E.B. Brandon.
EB Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Either Ron or EB.
Are you gonna catch them all? EB. Yeah, it's probably EB. Maybe Ron. If Ron showed up today.
Ron Johnson or Elijah Brandon.
EB. EB for sure.
EB. James Signeri. EB. EB.
Elijah Brandon.
Elijah Brandon.
Definitely EB. Ron Johnson.
EB Brandon.
Elijah Brandon. Nick Parker. Yeah, Nick Parker. Nick Parker. EB Brandon. EB.
Jack Purcell.
Jack Purcell.
Jack Purcell.
EB. EB.
Andy.
EB.
Yeah, I would say EB. EB.
Elijah or Ron? Give me EB or Ron. It was always Jaron Johnson. Alright, EB. Jaron Johnson. Every single time, bro.
Who is always the last one out the locker room? Shit, me.
Who is last? Who's always last out the locker room?
Me. Each day, but EB.
I can call the most one here, bro. That's gonna be like great. Ron, bro. Ron. So why am I the last guy out? I mean, it's just a bad day for me. I came out. Just came out late. I had the body sore. What else? And yeah, no excuse, but I'm not always the latest one out. I would say Ron, Isaiah, Makai, or DG. Them three I was late. So that's it. Yeah.
Coy's favorite teacher is John Green. My least favorite teacher is John Green. I would say Dr. C. Dr. C.
I would say Miss Ray.
Okay.
Miss Ray.
Okay, that's a good shout.
My favorite teacher of all time is Mr. Knight, Algebra 2. I just felt like he really connected with each person in the class.
Favorite teacher, Mr. McGuire. It's my day one, honors biology. Love that class. He first sparked my interest. He helped kindle that, and that led me to taking AP Bio and wanting to pursue that as a career.
Favorite teacher, class-wide. I really liked Mr. Toon's World Cultures History class. I think it was a pretty interesting class.
Hey, gotta go with J. Tom. Made me actually like history for once.
My favorite teacher? Probably Dr. C.
Get up Miss Grimes' 4th grade class.
Oh yeah, that's a good take. Okay.
Best class ever. It was during COVID, but it was amazing. I loved the pet snake.
R.I.P. Bubbles.
And we are back with this City Stadium game. The Saints lead the Cougars 2-1. Vibes are good right now on the Saints sideline.
Yeah, and a little scoring recap. We had first goal of the game for the Saints was Broughton assisted by Overstreet on a corner kick. Second goal of the game was Bierlin assisted by Gordonier, and he just punched that one to the back of the net.
So the Saints hope to keep the momentum going into the second half as they have two straight. They went down 1-0 and fought back to a lead.
I mean, winning games isn't something the Saints team is afraid of. I believe their record is 16 wins. I'm not sure exactly how many losses. Hill, you might know that one a little better than me.
Yeah, I think the Saints 14-2-1 right now.
Yeah, 14-2-1 sounds right. Correct my mistakes, but 14 wins is nothing bad for a team.
As the Saints immediately trying to put some pressure here, as I believe that's Butler with a cross. And RJ misses that one. Nasir, who is dangerous, is using his speed up that left side, blows through a couple defenders, and pushed down. That. Yeah, I think they're calling a penalty on the Saints. I would certainly agree.
That's a yellow card on Stalker.
Yeah, I would agree with that call, to be honest. I think he pushed him pretty hard. Or maybe not pushed him pretty hard, but he was running and just put his hands on him, put him to the ground, and you really just can't do that. That's not how the sport is played.
Despite what's happened earlier in this game, that was a clear penalty.
So the penalty, the kick will be taken.
Yeah, and Mason Groom's going to be the wall here.
Looks like McLaughlin and might just try and put this one into the goal, or he probably try and cross it into his teammates. The Saints seem to think that he's going to do the latter. They have a ton of guys there. And the kick looks like he's trying to get it to it's just over the goal. I think he was trying to put it in there, and it just goes over. So looks like Collegiate just can't quite capitalize on the penalty, as Colin Weiss will take the kick. Just a short one over to Stalker to his left side. Stalker booting it upfield. The throw in by Groom, as Bierlin. So Collegiate does a good job of getting possession there. Unfortunately can't keep it, as Broughton is where he needs to be. And getting through a defender there. The through ball just too far.
Yeah, Kehoe intending that pass for Bierlin. Just a little bit too much speed on it.
But the goalie kick wasn't great. Unfortunately, I think it was Gordon Neer. Gordon Neer couldn't quite keep that. It was tough when it's coming at you that fast. But
I mean, he looked surprised that it was that close to him.
Yeah, I think he probably expected it to just go up as.
I mean, it looked like just reflexes when he stopped it there.
Yeah, and Johnson, his throw-in not great, as now here's an opportunity for Collegiate. They can't quite take advantage there, but their offense recovers. But not sure if that was, I think he might have been trying to get a pass off there and just maybe expected a teammate in the area and didn't have one. As Weiss will take a goalie kick. Everybody else, so it's not just going to be a short pass as they often use, and it is short of midfield. Kicks over him and booted downfield by Collegiate. RJ trying to jump up for that one. Can't quite beat his man, as putting the moves on him a little bit. That was number 9, I believe, for the Cougars. Samir Sharma had some nice footwork there.
Yeah, and that's going to be out on the Saints.
And the throw in up and couldn't quite connect there with Campbell, and it'll be another goalie kick for Colin Weiss, as he has to run all the way back to the bleachers to get that one. So the kick, he's going to readjust a little bit here and take it with his other foot. Can run and start, try and put this one far up. And it's low, and a nice header there by Collegiate, as keeping it in the air, fighting for an opportunity. Nasir has it. His shot wide right, as he had an opportunity, couldn't quite capitalize with some defenders in front of him, and he misses the shot in the 49th minute. So we are 5 minutes into the first half, and Collegiate, their offense has been doing a good job so far this half of putting pressure on the defense. As Broughton's kick up to about midfield.
Bierlin takes that one.
So the Saints can't quite retain possession. Groom fighting for it. And that one, yeah, out of bounds. So going to be, I believe, a Saints throw in. And it will be RJ Johnson taking it. As Collegiate really wants a goal here. And here's an opportunity. A couple defenders in the way. Nasir's right there. The Saints defense swallows it up there. But Collegiate looks like they're going to recover. And Butler went down, getting right back up, though. And again, contact there. I'm not sure who. No foul. I'm not sure exactly what happened. There's a couple of players in the way for my view, so I'm not.
Yeah, all I saw was a Collegiate player on the ground there.
I think a Saints player down too, so I'm not sure exactly what happened, but the refs don't seem to think it was anything worthy of a foul. As here's Nasir, gets the through ball, and Colin Weiss comes out to take it in. A smart move by the Saints goalie, who has been on point tonight.
Moon ball from Weiss. Intended for Bierlin.
Bierlin poked, I think he poked it out to Olsen. Might have been a Collegiate player too to poke it out. The chip pass, and can't quite get through his defender. Rushing back to find it, but smart move by the Collegiate defender. Couldn't get a number, and
Carson Stalker cuts him off.
Stalker kind of ran around it. I was a little concerned, but he had it covered.
Yeah, he was going for a little cutoff line there. I mean, it worked.
So Collegiate has done a good job of maintaining possession so far this first half. And they are going to call a foul on Collegiate. It'll be, they're going to say he fouled Cole Butler. To be honest, I thought that was a move on ball.
It looked like they caught the back of his foot after he kicked the ball, which is what the refs are calling a foul. It was an accidental foul, but it was still a foul.
Yep, so hardly any fouls aren't accidental. I mean, just kicking your feet around out there, it's hard not to catch somebody. As the free kick by Bierlin is up in the air and trying to head it in as the Saints. They can't quite do it, but Olsen recovers it and he can't quite keep onto it. A boot downfield by Collegiate as they might have an opportunity here. Poked out, and the Saints defense has a little time to recover, but Nasir is tripped up, and they're going to call a foul on the Saints.
Yeah, they pull another yellow card out for RJ Johnson. And
yeah,
that is a bad spot to get a free kick.
No, he's just outside the box, so you're thankful he wasn't in the box. But as you said, it might be Colin Weiss having to come up big on this one. This is a dangerous spot.
This is a high-pressure moment for Colin Weiss. I mean, he's only got so much room that he can kick to. Saints are building a wall. I mean,
yep, as noise from both sidelines. Everybody back to defend this one for the Saints, as they should be. Campbell takes a shot, and right into the hands of Colin Weiss, who could not have been more ready for that. And no goal there for Collegiate. Saints maintain the lead as Groom, through a defender, Groom, up the sideline. Nasir uses his speed. What an athlete Nasir is, and more contact.
Nasir Diggs is just getting pummeled out on this field tonight. I mean, that two yellow cards just on him early in the second half. I mean, Saints got to clean it up a little bit.
So that one up in the air. Johnson manages to recover it, but can he keep it? He cannot. And another call there. I think.
All right, now these refs are just letting the flags fly.
Yeah, so another dangerous free kick that the Saints are going to have to defend.
Thank God Colin Weiss is having a legacy game.
Oh, yeah, I think I haven't been to any of the away games, but I've been to a lot of the home games, and I think it's safe to say that this is probably the best game that Colin Weiss has played, that I've watched at least. Can't attest to ones I haven't watched because I didn't watch them, but taking the kick.
Additionally, this has been the most pressure Weiss has experienced so far today. Or not today, this season.
So McLaughlin takes the kick, tries to find a teammate, headed out, and the Saints defense keep it out for now. Can Collegiate's offense recover the shot wide left, as he did not have any angle with all those players in front of him on both teams. And the Saints, again, a dangerous situation, but avoiding the goal. And the Saints probably going to have to brush up on these penalties, as it could have really hurt them those last two series. And off the chest, and here's another dangerous move. One-on-one with the goalie, and it is slapped out. Colin Weiss.
Colin Weiss having the game of his life tonight. Oh my God.
A beautiful save. Colin Weiss just right where he needed to be, slapped it out, and the one-on-one with the goalie cannot create a goal for Collegiate, but they'll have the corner kick, and it is far from over for the Saints, as Collegiate's offense is just doing a great job of getting these opportunities. The corner kick, high, low. Can they get it out? Collegiate's offense had it close to the goal, but couldn't put it in. And a nice kick there, I believe it was Stalker. And Johnson just putting it out of bounds. It'll be a Cougars throw-in, as Cade Cox coming in for the Saints. So Groom, Becker coming out, and Rickards and Wishnack coming in.
I believe that's Cade Cox and Colin Wishnack's coming in the game.
Oh, apologies. And put down on the ground. Looks like he just fell on him there. I thought he just backed up and fell on him. I didn't see give it to the Cougars.
I mean, interesting call by the refs,
yeah,
I guess.
I would disagree with that. But either way, again, the Saints going to have to do a good job on defense. They've been on point tonight, and the kick is high and just out of bounds, just not putting it where he needed to do. Not putting it where it needed to be. Sorry. Some awkward phrasing there. Luckily, Coach Wood is on the sideline with his team, so he can't chew me out for that grammar there, but Broughton booting it up field.
Yeah, you might not be safe tomorrow, Hill. You better watch out.
For sure. And put out, I believe that's out on Collegiate, and the ref will agree. Saints throw in. Broughton with the pass. Broughton, who has been phenomenal today. Another nice pass, and that one deflected. And here's Nasir Diggs with the through ball. And the Saints have a lot of guys back on defense. And luckily, they managed to stop that from developing into something more dangerous as we approach the 60th minute of this game. Punted up by Weiss. And it was pretty short, and the Saints might suffer because of it, as their defense has to get back. But luckily, Broughton boots it out, and Bjorlin can't quite hold on to that one. And the slide tackle by Olesen will give the Saints a little bit of room to recover on defense. A nice slide tackle there by Olesen. And a good pass to Gordonier. Gordonier dribbling through, and he tried to get a pass to Bjorlin, but just couldn't quite connect as they were not on the same page. And here's Nasir taking a long shot just over. Would have been impressive, but
bold move from Nasir Diggs, taking a deep shot like that.
For sure, that's an ambitious shot. See Olsen take some of those for the Saints, but that's just a hard, tough shot to make. So I don't blame him for missing it. And holding my breath there watching that one go through the air. And Broughton's kick, not quite at midfield. And the Saints got to keep it off their side of the field, as here's could be a through ball, and it'll be a corner kick for Collegiate. Collegiate just unrelenting in this second half as they refuse to give the Saints any time to recover. That unit has been pretty good so far in the second half, just haven't managed to close one out and put one in the back of the net.
I mean, yeah, and this Saints defense has just been at it all day. I'm hoping that this Collegiate offense gets a little tired soon so we can see some Saints offense back on the field.
And a little too far, as it'll be out of bounds on the Cougars. Another kick which will be taken by Broughton. And the Saints gotta find a way to get it on the Cougars side of the field. The Cougars just doing such a good job of maintaining possession on offense. And it looks like they'll probably do it again here as they retain possession on that deflected, but they keep it. Nasir, the pass, a nice pass, one-on-one, and the shot wide left. A beautiful pass by Nasir, but again, Collegiate just cannot put one in the back of the net and finish it off.
Yeah, I got to give Nasir Diggs some credit there. I mean, that was a beautiful pass.
Yeah, he's been the best performer for Collegiate in this game.
But, I mean, it looks like Colin Weiss is a force field around that goal right now.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's going to be hard for anybody to stick that one in the back of the net.
As it's like Johnson looks like he's coming off the field. He was on the ground, so he's jogging off, so I think he's fine. I don't think there's any injury scare there, but here comes Alexander Reed, a defensive player, as Stalker has it in that corner. Pass to Olsen, back to Stalker, who gets it to Reed. And some quick passes by the Saints. Butler
to Cox.
Cade Cox on the left side. Let's see what he can do. Puts a dribble on him. Cox with the shot, and it's just did not get the touch he wanted on that. But the Saints at least finally get that offensive series.
I mean, yeah, that was definitely a good look for Cox. It looked like it hit the wrong part of his foot there. He's been a electric player on this team this year, so don't count him out.
Missed header. What could this lead to? And Stalker manages to keep it inbounds with a pass to Wishnak. Nice job by Stalker there, giving him props for that. And just did not have the right touch on that. I believe that was Reed putting it out of bounds as the Cougars have a throw-in. Nasir, his pass deflected. I believe Wishnak got his foot on that. And here's Cole Butler, the pass
to Cox.
Cade Cox on that left side, and he's slowing down a little bit, looking to create some controlled pace here on offense and take the pressure off their defense, but another turnover for the Saints. The through ball not going to do much for the Cougars. And the Saints, even if they're not going to get a great opportunity or put one in the back of the net, they just need to keep it with their offense. Their defense needs to just get a break. As here's Olsen coming in to take that one. And Collegiate again timing a beautiful pass there to Wishnak. by, I believe it was Broughton taking that pass, and that is out on the Saints.
Yeah, Wishnack did not look happy about that box out. Hopefully he keeps his anger in check and we don't get another card out here.
Yeah, it's the last thing the Saints need, as not sure exactly what happened there, if I'm being honest.
I think the refs are saying that he stepped up too far when he took that throw in, calling it just a little bit back.
So redoing it now as the Cougars keep it in bounds with their offense. The pass slips through them, but luckily in the area is Olsen. A pass over, I believe that's Cade Cox out there.
Overstreet to Cade Cox.
And Cade Cox, what can he do as he is into the box off the dribble and crosses the ball to the other side of the field to Wishnack. A nice pass. And they're going to say that one is with the Saints. Thought that might have been out on Wishnack, but I think they said that the Cougars just poked it out. That's a pass up. Bjurlin tries to get the pass to Gordonier, just misplaced.
One thing I got to say about Cade Cox is he's definitely got some speed on the side there.
Yeah, for sure. He loves using it too. Not afraid to take some sprints. As Bjurlin, defender flew in. Couldn't quite take it from him though. Wilson back to Bjurlin. Bjurlin dribbling up the side to Gordonier. Wishnack has it. Wishnack crosses it to Cox.
The ball just a little bit behind where he wanted it to be.
And put out of bounds. A nice job of doing so. I believe that was Liam Brotherton, the sophomore for the Cougars, as it will be a Saints throw-in.
And we are in the 67th minute of this game.
So a little less than 23 minutes left to play. The Saints just got to keep Collegiate off the board to win it. That's the nice thing about being in the lead. You don't have to make anything crazy happen. As Bjorn tries to cross that to his teammate, but just nowhere to pass it. He's in a tough situation there. And, wow. A tumble there, I believe.
That's Broughton.
Oh, no. Broughton had some. Okay, he's fine. Looks maybe a slight limp.
It looks like he's checking out his toe right now. Fixing up his toe. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, you would certainly hope so. He's so important to this team and has been so important in this game.
Team captain, star defender, and he's not afraid to score some goals either. So definitely want him in the game.
So it's about at midfield, and the Saints been doing a good job in these latter minutes of keeping the ball away from their defense. That's Bjurlin. He's got a one-on-one. The defender right next to him. Bjurlin's shot is just right over the goalie, who Music just reaches up to deflect that one. I mean, and unfortunate for the Saints that they could not capitalize on that for a 3-1 lead.
I mean, that's about the best attempts you can have at a goal there. You can't get mad at anybody for that.
Yeah, I like the idea too. Taking that shot, not waiting for a teammate, just take it yourself with the defender right next to you.
I mean, yeah, beautiful shot, but also great save by Collegiate.
Absolutely. Collegiate's goalie Music has been pretty good today. As here is R.J. Johnson and Cole Butler coming into the game. I believe Alexander Reed and Sutton Olson coming off for the Saints. And that's another thing. The Saints just has so much depth, and I feel like any of one of these players could be a starter. As so I believe that was Stalker booting that one up. And a nice pass from Gordonier, sorry. And that pass over the shoulder of Groom, who has it poked out, but he manages to box out. I believe that was number 8. I believe that was Colin McLaughlin. He boxed him out and managed to keep it with them, as Butler with a pass. Bjurlin has it. And that is a dangerous pass by Bjurlin. Tries to get a through ball and just does not get the touch on it. As we are in the 70th minute 20 minutes left to play plus extra time.
I don't know how much extra time the refs are going to put on this clock, considering there haven't been too many time stops for injury.
And Groom on the left wing, he has it slide tackled out of him. A nice, clean slide tackle. Jack Becker had a nice move by him, but it will stay with the Saints as a little shoulder-to-shoulder action there with Rickards, and Rickards makes the cross, and it's just taken away. Not quite taken away, but the Cougars keep the possession off the deflection and booted downfield. And Broughton uses his height there.
Cox runs it down.
And the Cougars manages to steal it away there as here is Nasir. The pass taken away by R.J. Johnson. And put upfield. I believe that's going near as here is Rickards. Rickards, a man on the ground, but no whistle blown. Rickards, and he cannot quite get the shot off as Collegiate's defense comes up clutch there.
I mean, you could definitely tell Rickards used his body to create an opportunity for that one. I mean, it was all clean too. Got a through ball, threw his body into the defender to get right to that ball, and then just got swarmed just enough to knock it away.
So the Saints will have a throw-in as some substitutions for the Saints. In comes Olsen and I believe
Dagno.
Yep, Dano. The throw in over the head, tries to get Dano, cannot quite get him with any room there. And through a couple defenders, dribbling into the box. The shot, not quite in. Can the Saints manage to put it in, though? They cannot.
Oh
Collegiate's goalie music deflects it, and their defense just swarms it and makes a play, a big-time play for Collegiate.
I mean, yeah, that was Kehoe moving in there, trying to get that shot off.
As can Collegiate tied up here, and the pass is just not great, to be honest. But that deflection wide right of the goal, holding my breath there. I mean, from this angle, everything to the right of that goal just looks like it's going right in.
I mean, yeah, absolutely great series from Kehoe there. Created a good opportunity for a shot and took it. Unfortunately, it was just a great save from the Collegiate goalie.
So a little over 15 minutes left to play. As Butler cannot quite keep it, stumbles a little bit. And Groom through a defender who was really aggressive. And can they get it to Dano? They cannot quite. And Cougars just let their goalkeeper put it upfield. Nasir! A heavy contact. No whistle.
He just headbutted R.J. Johnson. Oh, my God.
I saw the same thing.
I don't know how R.J.'s still up and going right now. I'd be bent over holding my head.
That looked like it hurt, really. That on both ends, but
Collegiate player does the Allen Iverson step over on Dano. That's not going to go over well with this Saints team. I mean, they should just check out that scoreboard before they try anything too audacious.
Look, as Gordon Neer is back in the game. And he's been having a bit of a quiet night, as I imagine Collegiate has put a lot of manpower into trying to keep him dormant.
I mean, yeah, 17 games, 17 goals so far.
As that one out of bounds, it'll be a goalie kick on the 75th minute. And this is a nail biter here at City Stadium. Heavy contact two fast-paced teams and a 1-goal lead. Broughton hitting it upfield. That's Rickards. And cleared up, tried to find his teammate. Can he? No, he cannot quite, as not sure exactly that was on defense, but Cougars looks like they might have recovered that one. I'm not sure. And the through ball trying to find Dano, and heavy contact there. Both players trying to box each other out. As here is Groom. Groom, through ball. Not a through ball, across, sorry. Try to find Gordonier. And Gordonier, it is poked out before he can get his foot on it.
Great
nice
defensive
move.
stop from Collegiate there.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Overstreet fighting for the ball.
Yeah, he's just relentless there. That's dangerous there, but Colin Weiss, no hesitation. And Saints running to get back on offense as they have it about parallel with the box, trying to get into the box. And he goes down. And no whistle. I think there's some contact, and then he stumbled.
It looked like he held on to him a little bit and might have tripped him up. I mean, but that looked like it was going to be a clear goal opportunity for the Saints. This contact in this game on both sides of the field honestly just needs to stop.
Yep, and that one not gonna quite work out there for the Saints. Broughton with that pass, and that one just a little too far. Couldn't quite find a teammate. But yeah, as you were saying, just so much contact and so many fouls and plays that probably should be fouls. I mean, I love to see some physical soccer, but when players start to get held and shoved on the ground, headbutted, yeah, headbutted, and I think at a certain point.
Yeah, it just gets to a point where it's for the player's safety at that point.
It gets to a point. Gets to a point. As Bierlin with some moves. Bierlin up the middle of the field, trying to cannot quite get through those defenders. As the through ball is taken away. Or deflected, I should say. Carithers, I believe.
Overstreet.
Overstreet, yep. Don't have the best eyesight, so from up here, those names on the other side of the field are a little hard to distinguish sometimes. As boot up the field and Broughton boxes out Cougars offense as he will be rewarded with a kick upfield. And it is about midfield. Cougars get their head on it first. And it'll be a Cougars throw-in, which they take quickly. His teammate wasn't even ready for that. I only expected to throw it that quickly, and I guess he expected his teammate to turn around, but neither happened. So Cade Cox and
Colin Wishnack come on the field there.
So Groom coming off, and it looks like, Kehoe. So Saints utilizing their depth with some substitutions.
Yeah, there's not a player you could put on this field for the Saints that I'm not going to trust come in clutch at any moment of time.
So that ball goes into those old stands back there. Wonder how long it's been since someone sat in those stands. They look
kind of dirty,
yeah. They look pretty dirty, and the advertisements over it. I don't know the history of City Stadium, but if anybody does, maybe fill us in the comment section. As Cougars get a throw-in. Wishnack just not letting that through, but the throw-in is dangerous as the Saints try and keep this one out of their goal, as they do for now. The Cougars just not quite coordinated enough to make something happen off of that.
Right around 10 minutes left in this soccer game, plus any additional time the refs put on the clock. Score still Saints 2, Collegiate 1. This game could change in an instant and take it to overtime, or the Saints could pull away with another win.
Yup, and the game is, I mean, I think the Saints defense will probably have to decide the game, as here is a through ball, the touch, a good one, and the shot taken in. Colin Weiss with yet another save. And I was just talking about the Saints defense, and
Colin Weiss has just been an anchor on the team today.
Yeah, absolutely, and Wishnak just turns it over there. Johnson trying to put some pressure, and Wishnak redeems himself immediately, getting that one away. And his pass just too far. No, it is not. Johnson keeps it in, but he's boxed out. So he avoids the corner kick, and I thought, so they're going to say Johnson poked it out. Fair call, as looks like, I believe it is Colin McLaughlin. As Colin Wishnak just puts that one right out of bounds. It'll be another Collegiate throw in. Under 9 minutes, a little over 8 minutes left to go. Not sure how much extra time we'll have, as that one is going to stay with the Saints. Wishnak going to take the throw in. No, Johnson going to take the throw in.
It's hard to tell until somebody has the ball and is ready to go.
Yeah, as he gets that one to Cole Butler. Butler making the dribbles. Butler to Gordon Neer. He's got a one-on-one. Gordon Neer cannot quite score. Another great save by Music, as Gordon Neer now has had 2 one-on-one shots blocked. And I really thought he was going to put that one in. Can't quite, but he will be rewarded with a corner kick for his efforts, and it will be taken by Overstreet. Bit of a heartbreaker there.
I mean, yeah, normally a guy you rely on for half the shots and half the goals in the game.
As that one, from this angle, it looked like that was about to go into that right side.
You know, it's hard to get an angle from up here, but yeah, back to Gordon Neer. I mean, it's just been a little off game for him, and that's okay considering the Saints are still up. Hopefully those missed goals aren't the deciding factor today, though.
Yeah, he looked frustrated, but
I mean,
he's a great player, so.
I mean, yeah, who wouldn't be? You're a great player, and you're just having a one off day in the entire season. Just happens to be on the City Stadium day, and
yeah,
that sucks.
I imagine right now he's probably thinking, man, I should have 2 goals. But unfortunately, still a 1-score game. But credit to Music there, the Collegiate goalkeeper.
I mean, yeah, he's still doing a great job of blocking those shots. It's just got to be frustrating as a team and as a player.
Yeah. So the throw-in, dangerous position here for the Saints defense, as Nasir tries to put pressure on him. That one deflected, and they managed to keep it out of the back of the net, and he's not sure. I think
that was deflected off Collegiate.
I think that might have been Overstreet, just hit it as hard as he could off the shin. As here comes in Groom and Kehoe. They're taking off Wishnak, and it looks like, I think, Cade Cox.
Yep, Kehoe's coming back on for Cox.
Yeah, so Cade Cox will be subbed out. So we approach the 85th minute here at City Stadium in what has been a nail-biter. And Collegiate's offense maintained possession on some nice passes. And
RJ
Johnson, oh, but he puts it out. And Nasir has it.
Coming up on 5 minutes left in this game, plus additional time from the refs.
And the throw in. Johnson gets his head on it, and out of Nasir doesn't get a chance to kick it in there, as It's deflected. I think it was Stalker.
Appeared to be Olsen from my angle.
I would imagine. I didn't get a great look. Olsen, speaking of, with a header there, as tripped up. Looked like no, Bjorlin. Bjorlin got tripped up on that one. And we are in the 85th minute now, and Groom just can't hold on to it. It slips through his foot. And Olsen putting in an effort on defense, and he's rewarded with a throw-in.
Extra ball hits Johnson right in the face there.
Hopefully that won't throw him off his game too much. And
yeah, if he could take a headbutt to the face, then I'm sure he could take a soft soccer ball.
Yeah, I'm sure. As poked out there by Overstreet. And I imagine we will see some major pressure from Collegiate's offense to try and tie this game up.
And that's going to be a
Collegiate corner
kick. Oh. Yeah, as this game winds down, almost every second can count, especially with there just being a 1-goal difference.
As that one just not quite high enough. And that shot wide right. Not sure if it was even a shot attempt. I think he's trying to maybe give one to his teammate, but all that clutter there, it's hard to do whatever you intend.
Yeah, and the Saints are really just going to try to kill some time here instead of going on like a crazy, reckless offensive drive.
Oh, yeah.
You just got to keep it away for 3 minutes is really what this game is right now.
Yeah, I would be keeping some guys back right now if I were the Saints. As a little shoulder-to-shoulder action there.
Yeah, the contact in this game is just getting outrageous. This is just looking out for player safety. You cannot be making contact after the ball's gone.
Yep, and up that corner, but a wall of Saints back. 4 guys there sprinting back on defense. And that one cleared up. And Groom putting some pressure on him. And looks like it's going to be out on the Saints. And Nasir put on the ground a little bit. Really? I don't know if I saw enough contact to justify that. I know he went on the ground, but I don't think that enough contact was made for. If I were the ref, I don't think I would have.
I mean, all I'm gonna say is if you're gonna call that, you got to call everything else too.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
You can't be a one-sided ref in games like this, especially with 2 minutes left.
Yep, and that ball is deep. I believe Butler got the head on it, maybe. But yeah, I struggle with calls like that when you're letting some of this other stuff go. I mean, we've seen some heavy contact, headbutting, shoulder to shoulder, just pushing guys down,
stepping over guys.
Yeah, a lot of it just is gone completely uncalled. So I struggle with that call, and I don't know if I really don't agree when there's a little bit of contact. It looked like he just stumbled after the contact.
I mean, as a ref, you just got to pick one or the other. Either you're going to call a bunch of penalties, or you're not going to call them at all.
You just got to stay
You can't
consistent.
flip-flop because then the players don't know what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, you just got to stay consistent. Do you want them to play delicate, or do you want to let them play through contact and rough each other up a little bit? But you can't mix and match, you know. But that one is going to be a throw-in for Nasir.
And as the clock approaches the 90th minute, the Saints are still up 2-1.
And that'll be a Cougars corner kick. This will probably be the last opportunity for the Cougars in the first 90 minutes. We'll see how much the refs add on afterwards.
This is a high-pressure moment for everybody on the field right now. For the Cougars, you're really wanting a goal. And for the Saints, You got to keep this one out.
Seriously, as the cross in.
Evan Broughton!
Wow, Evan Broughton. I thought from this angle, I was saying earlier, you know, everything that goes to the right of goal looks like it's going to go in, but another corner kick. That one.
That's off of Olsen. And Groom wheels that in and just knocks that one down the field.
And they keep it in bounds, which is the important thing, as we are in the 90th minute. Crosses the field to Gordonier.
Save Gordonier.
Gordonier makes a man miss. Up the side and just into the arms of Music. But Collegiate has to hurry it up here, as we don't know how much time the refs are going to give them. I imagine they have a couple minutes left, but I mean, theoretically they could blow it dead at any time. And Nasir keeps it in bounds.
That's going to be a Collegiate corner kick.
Another Collegiate corner kick, and the Saints defense is going to have to do some heavy lifting again.
We're past the 91st minute here.
And he makes a short pass. Nasir, oh no!
That was completely clean. That was just two players making contact.
Oh, man.
That did not look like it was any penalty to me. They just ran into each other there. But Nasir Diggs is standing back up.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be a common trend out here.
Yeah. As maybe,
And Stalker stays on the ground.
Stalker looks like he's in some pain.
He looks like he might be cramping. I can't tell.
He's back. Maybe he was just,
Maybe he might be doing a little acting, too.
Yeah, trying to maybe give him a taste of their own medicine. I don't know.
Maybe trying to have a little acting competition.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't love acting on either side. I think just get up and play if you're all right. If you're not, it's another story, you know. If you cramp up or if you think you're...
If you're actually hurt, stay down and you'll get some help.
If you're hurt or you think you might be hurt, that's fine to stay down. But if you're all right, just get up and play, man. As here's Cole Butler
with a one-on-one.
Cole Butler getting through a defender. It's poked away from him. As he stumbles but stays... does not stay on his feet. Barely falls down towards the end. As... up the field, the Saints,
and Colin Weiss wheels it in!
And Colin Weiss, another clutch shot. Nasir was right there if he made a mistake.
And this student section is relentless, just recounting the wins that the Saints have had against their rival team, the Cougars, in the past couple of years, just showing the absolute dominance on all sports for the Saints.
Yep, and I believe they were chanting "Let's play football" earlier, so trying to rub salt in the wounds as they do have a match 2:30 here. Could be an opportunity. Slips them through the feet, though.
Yeah, I heard some "Let's play football," "Let's play baseball." Just a relentless crowd here at City Stadium.
As Johnson pokes it out, but that shot is just going to be wide right and over.
And I'm wondering how much time the refs are just going to let run on this clock.
Yeah, I
mean,
think
93rd minute here.
I
don't see this one going too much longer.
I think at any second we'll probably see this blown dead.
I mean, I don't imagine it going past the 95th minute. And if it does, I don't know where they're getting those numbers from.
Yeah. So Collegiate getting effort in on offense. Booted up field, Broughton. And
Rickard's just marking the ball.
Rickard's just refusing to let that one go as Groom on defense here. Racing back towards it. Into the box. Johnson. And it is out of bounds on Nasir. And that is the game. The Saints take it home 2-1. Evan Broughton and Chase Bierlin on the board for the Saints as they come back after going down 1-0. And we repeat the score the last time these two teams met, 2-1.
Oh, my God. Absolutely electric. And what a performance from Evan Broughton and Colin Weiss. This defense just put on an absolute show for us tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yo, and as a reminder, we will have a varsity football stream at 2:30 on Saturday and another varsity soccer stream at 4:45 on Friday. So we hope to see you then. as the Saints advance to 15-2-1.